in the case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ricky. 32, 0.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall this season to go instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike, hey, exit.
Hey. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
0.
Silver.
General West.
Alert 3.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 28.
25's the mic. Watch the curve.
Hey, kill. 26.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 4-8.
Switch up. Check 3.
26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
47.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Third and long for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you, pump. He's coming. Kill. He's checking. Crash. He's coming. Double up. There you go.
Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
180. Mike, 54. Give that quarterback, D-line.
On second and 12, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50-50.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up fourth.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Elliott running right. And he'll He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Let's go, baby. At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check the backer, check the backer.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
The shotgun snap for Stanford. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, we gonna make the 48 right now. Let's go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7 from the gun. A run for Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Mike 54.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Michael Bannon picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on first down, Stafford, it's complete, Stills. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mike Bennett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Ball on at 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This to Jarwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Dallas.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Prescott down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. And let's get this, At 25.
Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his 2nd year. But he's really on the uptick. On 3rd down, Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go, 46. Check 52. 26.
First down, Prescott. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Monday. Mike, 48. I know he ain't got it. Check, 48's the Mike.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
25 to Mike. Five. Get the ball. Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, all things. 21. It's going to be a long day. Hey,
on 2nd and 10, Stafford. Jones has it. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Set, 180. Hey, pick your game. Hey. Alert. Hey, Haywood. Let's go. I'm coming after you.
Stafford on first down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First down and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass.
They go to Elliott again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Callaway on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stafford. And Stills bringing it in. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Drill right, 22. Mike, 48. I'm here all day.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Stafford now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
48 to Mike.
Throwing again is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Mike, 48.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, Delta. That's the way. Check. Check hot route. Hot. 11. Mike, I want that. Good on.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mike, ready. 20, 53, ready. Tight into the right, boy, tight into the right. Move. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, orbit.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Ready. 20.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Dude. Let's go, defense. Who we got? Hey, alert 48. Hey, we gonna make the 48.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On the sneak, it's Stafford. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
It's 3rd and goal.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Go. Check 48's the mic. Check 48. 59. Here we go. Takes 3. 218, chopper.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 31, check 31. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 36, 36. Check.
Prescott to throw it. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says that D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Running with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And middle. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you don't like the 48. Hey, foxtrot. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and goal.
40 got.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. From the gun, here's Stafford, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already.
High 7. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. He finds his man Johnson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, 54. Get in the wet room. Get in the middle. Patch it.
Now it's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 28-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Hey, give me radar. Check 4. Hey, 50.
After the interception, here's Stafford. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Detroit, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin.
I